To see any data centers popping up in Texas anytime soon. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Dan Millay. Governor Greg Abbott is halting approvals for new centers. He says nothing can move forward until the state can audit the ones looking to connect to the power grid in Texas. The governor says 90% of new connection requests are from data centers. He says before any can move ahead, he wants more information. The centers are a hot button issue, drawing protests all across the state and, of course, here in East Texas. CBS 19's Nayeli Carrillo joins us in studio now with more on the data center halt. Nayeli.
Dan, this is the directive Governor Abbott issued today. In it, he orders the Public Utility Commission and ERCOT to conduct an audit of data center projects, saying any that don't meet the state requirements should not be allowed to connect to the grid. Today, I returned to Cedar Creek Lake, where one community successfully fought off a proposed data center project. At Cedar Creek Lake, people who spent months fighting a proposed data center say they believe their voices were heard.
So I really, truly believe that what we did there by showing up in our shirts and our peaceful signs, that we definitely made an impact and we got his attention.
Monday, Governor Greg Abbott directed the Public Utility Commission and ERCOT to complete a comprehensive audit of data center projects seeking to connect to the Texas grid before any new projects can move forward. The audit will look at whether projects are paying their own way, how much power and water they plan to use, and what steps they're taking to reduce impacts like noise, light, and traffic in neighboring communities. State Representative Joanne Schaffner shared her support, saying Texas must be proactive in safeguarding our communities, our water, and the reliability of our electrical grid, adding that the industry must be a good neighbor.
Honestly, I think that Abbott is really kind of trying to play both sides on this one. I think that he's trying to make the data centers happy in the sense that he's not calling a full moratorium, which at the end of the day, that's what we want.
Casey Watson is the director of Save Cedar Creek Lake. She says although the proposed data center that sparked the creation of the organization has since withdrawn, the fight over future projects is not over.
We were looking at a hyperscale data center that wasn't going to tap into the power grid, so we needed to look at those issues.
Watson credits the community's organization and turnout for helping stop the proposed project.
We would like him to stop the data centers moving forward at this point in time and really do his due diligence and figure out what are some good ordinances that need to be established on a statewide level.
Governor Abbott says any project that fails to comply with state requirements will be denied. Advocates at Cedar Creek Lake say they'll continue pushing for a full moratorium and more statewide rules for future data center projects. Reporting in studio, I'm Nayeli Carrillo.
All right, thank you so much, Nayeli. Gina Hinojosa, the Democratic nominee for Texas governor, released a statement saying Abbott could do more about data centers. She says, quote, he could issue a moratorium until the legislature meets to put in place real protections for Texans and give them a seat at the table to decide if and how data centers move into their communities, end quote.